By the end of this video, you will know how to make a form in Elementor. As a web designer, I'm often asked how easy it is to make a form, especially within WordPress. If a user can't get in touch with you, it's going to cause a lot of problems, and you're going to miss great opportunities. So in this video, I'm creating this contact form that you can see right here, but this one is a little bit different because this is a contact form for you, my subscribers. Let me tell you more. Now here's the backstory. My name's Nathan and I'm a web designer from Ohio. And on this channel, we explore how we can work productively and with the most up-to-date web design softwares. People often ask me to review their website, and instead of doing that in private like I have been, I'm going to be doing that public here for all to see and all to learn from. Honestly, I found myself saying the same things over and over, and it would be nice if I could share and spread that knowledge a little bit more than on an individual basis. The form we make is going to send me an email every time someone submits. And although I probably won't make a video for every submission, if you would like your website to be reviewed and public for all to see, there's a link in the description and I may just pick yours. So this video is perfect if you haven't made an Elementor form before, or even if you have and you just want to know some best practices along with making the form. Now, let's jump in. I'm going to go right here into the back end of WordPress, and then I'll go to Pages, and I'll add a new page, and I'll title it Website Review Submission. Now I'll edit this page with Elementor, and now we have a blank page. So I'm going to make a new section, and I'll start by just making my normal header, and then I will put a gradient background on here, and then we'll put it to 90 degrees. Let's add a title. We can title it Submit Your Website for Review, and we'll make it white. And then under this, let's add a text editor to just drag that in. I want this text to be white and only take up half of the screen. I've already written this, so I will just copy paste this in. Yes, I'm going to review these websites for free. But you just need to make sure that there's one website per form submission, and the submission must be written in English or Spanish. Next, let's add this section. This is where our form is actually going to live. So right off the bat, let's add a top margin of 60 and a bottom margin of 60. Let's go up here. We can find the form. There are a lot of forms because I have essential add-ons, but I'm going to use this form. It's just by Elementor. And you can see the styling is pretty much set up, but there's a couple things I want to change. We'll start in content and make our way right. So first, I don't want there to be placeholder text. I find that to be a little redundant because I already have a label on it. Now I have these three, but I actually want a couple more fields. So I'm just going to duplicate the email field and then change email to URL so you can submit your URL. And I'll call this your website. And then I'll duplicate this one and I'll make this one a checkbox. And I'll write, what kind of feedback do you want? And then here are the options. If you think I'm missing something, let me know in the comments. Now we can see this button is very big. So I want this to be 33% or maybe 25%. And then actions after submit, I want there to be an email. There are various other things that we can do as well, but right now this is okay. Now to actually customize the email. And here we can see hidden right here is the to field. This is where the email is going. This is the subject that I wrote. The message is going to include all of the fields. It's from a standard email from my website, and I can reply to the email field. And then all this metadata honestly annoys me, so I'm going to get rid of the page URL. I know that you did it from this page. I don't care what kind of browser you're using or where you are in the world, or that it's made with Elementor. I really just want the date to be tagged on there. Step settings doesn't matter because we're not using steps right now, and this also doesn't matter because I'm not really using it. Now under style, Let's just space out this row a little bit. So let's change this to 15. So it's a little bit wider. Then everything else looks good. Under field, this all looks good. Buttons, this looks good, except right now there's no hover state of this button. So on hover, we can change this background color to dark blue. And we can change this one to dark blue as well, but we're not using it right now. Now on hover, it is dark blue. Messages doesn't really matter, and steps doesn't either because we're not using steps. And nothing in advanced really matters either. Now let's make sure it works on tablet and mobile. So on tablet, this looks okay, but this should be a little bit wider. I think that's okay. And then for mobile, I think this also works well. We can view it just like this. This is what it will actually look like. And I'm happy with that. So now I just hit publish and I will link to this page on my homepage. And we can see it right here. When I submit this form, I will get an email and then I can review these websites. If you liked this video, you'll love this playlist I've made just for you on the basics of Elementor. And again, if you want your website to be reviewed, you can look right in the description. And of course, there are other links there that might be useful on your web design journey. Thanks for watching.